Once again, she was right. So I'm talking about my wife, that she said when I would get my machine to breathe better while I was sleeping, she said that, yeah, I would notice probably a difference between before and after. And yup, sure enough, earlier today, I was totally beat. I needed to sleep a bit, and so I went for a quick nap, which normally is about 20 minutes and sometimes 45. So I just aimed for the 45. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be good. I have a few things to prepare for tomorrow, since I've got a few interviews to shoot. So I needed to prepare my stuff and whatnot and make sure that I had everything. So I said, yeah, okay, I have to be ready and make sure that everything is fine. So therefore I went for a quick nap, and then I just slept and slept and kept on sleeping until my daughter, about an hour and a half after, she went and tried to wake me up, and she couldn't. And I have no recollection whatsoever that she tried to wake me up. No, I don't remember it at all. So I was deep asleep. So overall, it really means that I needed some sleep. I needed to sleep. I needed that that kind of a recovery, I'd say. For so many years, I was so blind to the fact that I needed to just take the time to sleep a bit more. For so long, I was just aiming at sleeping less and less, because that meant that I could work for longer hours and accomplish more, ideally. But the fact of the matter is, when you work for too long, and at some point you get nothing more done because you cannot process properly everything, and you're just kind of wasting your time if you try to push through. So sometimes trying to push forward is not always the answer, because at some point, since if I was a machine, if I was a computer, that's another thing. I could probably just push forward and keep on going 24/7, but I'm not. I need to recover. As far as I can tell, I'm a human being, and so I need to recover at some point. So, the moral of today is, listen to the advices of others and reflect on those. Sometimes they may not ring through, but sometimes they may just be what you need to hear. And don't be too fast to judge from who the advices are coming from, because it's easy to just dismiss an advice that comes from a significant other, or just from someone you know for a while, or you've been living with for a long time. You just kind of dismiss easily, or just don't take it as seriously as it should. And I don't remember the exact term for that, but there's a thing that in the psychology, that you just tend to listen to advices coming from strangers more than your people that know you best, or that you know more, or you're closer to. So sometimes you will get advices from strangers and from people you know. So in both cases, it's important to take the time to weigh the pros and cons, and not just forget about it and not act on it. Doesn't mean you need to act on all of those, but at least just try to see if there's a benefit of doing so. In my case, sleeping and getting a machine was something I needed to do, but I was too worried to buy this machine and essentially spend money on more of my health for no apparent reason other than just not wanting to spend money on stuff that is not directly helping others. I do believe that's it, because there's no other reason why, because yeah, I spend money on other stuff, but on the short term, it would not get me a reward or satisfaction of some sort on the short term, because it's not like a game, for example, that you can just gain pleasure from it. But in the long term, it will definitely help. And so far it already had. So that's already something good. Sometimes being stubborn is not good. So that's it for me today. Till tomorrow. Ciao.